What up, digital slang? Welcome back. Today, another pair of headphones. These are budget headphones, 50 bucks from OneOdio, the A30 active noise canceling headphones. Now, let's get right into it. We're going to jump in. I'm going to show you what we got inside of the packaging, and then we'll go over all the specs, and then I'll talk about what these things have to offer, and we can decide together if they're worth 50 bucks. So, inside of the box, you do get an airplane adapter, a USB Type-C to charge, and we also get the 3.5 millimeter cable to plug it in if you want to plug it in, and a user's manual, and of course they do supply a bag. So we do get a little carrying case, black and red, with their branding here on the front, and again 50 bucks. Now let's talk about specs on these earbuds. Bluetooth 5.0, again active noise cancellation. Battery life is going to be about 30 hours with ANC turned off. With ANC turned on, it is going to be about 25 hours of battery life on here. It's going to take about 2.5 hours to fully charge these guys up. Now, these do offer some cool things for the price. We do get removable ear cups here. So you can twist them, come off, and you can replace them if you wanted to. And they're very simple to take on and off. Of course, now can't do it. Very simple to just twist and turn. You can pull it right off and replace your ear cups. These are over the ear headphones. These also do support multi-point connection. I have paired these to two phones. I have paired them to my Mac and to my phone. Now, the one thing you need to know about multi-point is it's not going to switch automatically. If I'm listening to music on my phone and I want to listen to, say, a YouTube video on my computer, I can connect them at the same time, but then I have to go and pause the music on my phone if I want to hear what is playing on the computer, and vice versa. Once you go back and forth, play or pause whatever you are listening to, and then you have to hit play on whatever you want to hear next. But it does work, and it does work pretty good, especially at this price point. Now, as far as codecs go, we do have AAC and SBC for playback. No IP rating. I was not able to find any IP rating on here, but I did work out in these. Now, it wasn't a heavy sweat, a little sweat, and they're going to be fine if you want to work out in them. Just don't run in the rain. Don't, submerge them in water for any reason. No headphones should be submerged in water, but you can work out in them if you wanted to, even though I could not find an IP rating, as I have already done it and I have already worked out in these headphones. Now, these do have 40 millimeter drivers for the sound and the CBC 8.0 noise cancellation technology for crystal clear phone calls. We'll test that. I've been on the phone with them and it's okay. I'll show you what it sounds like so you guys can hear it for yourselves. Not really any pair of headphones has great mics today, but we'll check it out anyway. We'll do a mic test. But let's get into it. We're going to connect them. First, let's take one last look at the actual headphones. A plastic build, very lightweight. And this right here, these look like records, right? Old vinyl to me. And it's a cool look. However, I'm not a fan of the feel of it. Whenever I get these, I do like the look, but it feels cheap. Right? Now, I'm not saying the headphones in general feel cheap, because the headphones actually feel pretty good. It is a plastic build, and as far as quality goes, they are pretty sturdy, pretty strong, not bad at all. But just this little top here, it just feels cheap. Every time I touch it, I hate how it feels. Now, they're branding here on the back of each ear cup. They're branding here in text also on the ear cup, and then they're branding on the top. It's a little too much branding in my opinion. I could do with a little less. We already know who they're from. We don't need it everywhere on the headphones. Now, the padding up here, it's pretty comfortable. These are very comfortable headphones. The ear cups, I do wish they were a little wider, but again, they are pretty comfortable even saying that. But I do have a big head and some big ears, and my ears tend to hit the sides of these ear cups. And again, they do swivel, they do fold, and these do also support the button controls on here that do control everything, including volume. And there also is a dedicated active noise cancellation button. Next, we're going to do a mic test. Let's just jump in. We'll do a mic test. We'll do it in a quiet room and in a noisy environment. Let's go. What up, guys? The mic test, CBC 8.0 noise cancellation technology. Is it clear? Does it do what it's supposed to do? How does the mic sound? Let me know. Drop a comment. All right, now we are in a crowded room, a crowded environment. This is what the mics are going to sound like if you're around a bunch of people, if you're out and about, maybe in a restaurant, at a stadium, whatever you're doing.
a lot of people around, a lot of noise. This is what the mic will sound like on the OneOdio A30.
Now, when it comes to watching content on YouTube, Netflix, iOS devices, Android devices, you will not have any delay between audio and video when just watching content, right? Just like we're doing here, Travis MCP on YouTube, checking out his channel, no delay between audio and video. Now, like gaming on here, you're also going to be good. Once you get into heavy gaming, Call of Duty and games like that, you will experience a slight delay between audio and video, so just be aware of that. All right, next, let's check out the touch controls. Now again, physical buttons on here, and music is playing right now, so if you want to play and pause, middle button, this will pause it, hit it again, it will play. This is also how you answer and end a phone call. Now, these two buttons here will control your volume and your next track, previous track. So if we just hit up or we push once on this button, you can see the volume is going up. And on the other button, the volume will go down. And then if we touch and hold, it's going to go to the next track. And on the other side, it will go back to the previous track. And it works really well. No complaints with the touch controls. And again, you do have a dedicated ANC button. All right, guys, ANC, let's talk about active noise cancellation on these headphones. Now, it is a bit of a bummer. There is no ambient mode or transparency mode on these headphones, but ANC, anytime I get a pair of headphones or earbuds that say 26 decibels, right? That's what it says on the box, 26 decibels. Usually, it's not that good. This is not the case with these. The ANC, look, I'm not comparing it or saying it's better or even comparable to some of the more expensive headphones, but for entry-level ANC, these are really good. It blocks out a lot of the low-end noise, a lot of the low-end rumbles, and it does work very well. And I think part of that is because there's very good passive noise cancellation on here, just because it's got a very good clamp force. The ear cups kind of conform to my ears, and it does block out a lot of the noise with ANC even not turned on. And then when you turn it on, it just enhances that. So it does a very good job at blocking out some of the low-end rumbles that you want to take out when you turn on ANC. So ANC on here does work very well in my opinion. Now saying that, let's talk about the sound quality on these headphones, because ANC does matter when we're talking about the sound quality on here. So these are a bass heavy pair of headphones, and there's some good bass. Like you can feel it rumble on your head when the bass hits, and the highs and the mids, they're not muffled out, right? It's just not as clear as I would like. There's not a lot of clarity compared to a lot of the more expensive headphones. But saying that, these don't sound bad by any means. Just know they are a bass heavy pair of headphones. Now, if you want to take some of the bass out and have a little more clarity, you turn ANC on. It does change how these headphones sound. So if you want something a little more crisp with a little more clarity, turn ANC on, you're gonna get a little less bass. You're gonna be able to hear the mids and the highs a little better. If you want those thumpers, that punchy bass, leave ANC off, and you're going to get that. These things, you're gonna feel it on your head when that bass hits. Now, volume-wise on these headphones, lots of volume. More than loud enough. I can't even turn these all the way up. You guys know I like that high volume. Dial it down, find that sweet spot. I don't need to do that with these. More than enough volume on these headphones. I was actually pleasantly surprised with these headphones overall. They're pretty good, and they're definitely worth 50 bucks in my opinion. You know, some of my gripes on these headphones, no transparency mode, this, vinyl looking, record looking outside here. The rest of the headphones feel pretty good. They're plastic, so they don't feel super premium, but they don't feel cheap when you're checking out the rest of the headphones. This right here feels cheap, so I'm not a fan of that. I do wish the ear cups were slightly wider, but again, I do have big ears. It might be okay for you. Pleasantly surprised with the ANC, pleasantly surprised with the sound quality, because I do like bass heavy headphones. Overall, not bad for the price. So we talked about ANC, we talked about sound quality, removable ear cups, multi-point connection. You can connect the two devices at the same time. The ear cups come off very easy and go back on just as easy. They swivel, they fold. Not bad for the price, right? $49.99. And again, there are coupons all the time where you can get a little more of a discount. Touch controls that include volume. Overall, not too bad, guys. That's it. I'll be back. The OneOdio A30 budget-friendly pair of headphones that I actually could recommend. They're pretty good. I'll be back soon, guys. Peace.